Assalamu alaikum friends, this time the channel like this story will present a story about Ibn Firnas, the inspirational story of the aviation pioneer, quoted from various sources. Okay, for more details, let's just look at the full story as follows. Abbas ibn Firnas, an extraordinary polymath from the 9th century, was born in Ronda, Al-Andalus, now Spain, in 810 AD and spent most of his life in Córdoba, the main intellectual center of the Islamic world. He was a true Renaissance man of his time, excelling in various fields including astronomy, chemistry, physics, engineering, music, and poetry. Inventor's thoughts: water clock, almacada, a sophisticated device for measuring time accurately using water power. Transparent glass: through experiments with sand and quartz crystals, he developed a method for producing clear glass, a significant advancement that led to the rapid development of the Andalusian glass industry. He also made magnifying lenses from this glass, known as reading stones, which he used himself. Mechanical planetarium: complex models depicting the movements of planets and stars, even simulating weather phenomena such as storms and thunder. Rock crystal cutting: he devised a technique for cutting rock crystal, which allowed Al-Andalus to become a center for its manufacture rather than being dependent on Egypt. A metronome prototype: some sources credit him with inventing a device for measuring musical tempo. Dream of flying: however, Ibn Firnas is best known for his extraordinary efforts in human flight. Inspired by bird observations, he dedicated years to studying their flight patterns. Some accounts suggest that he was also motivated by his experience of witnessing a previous, less successful attempt at gliding by Armin Furman. Around 875 AD, at an old age, Ibn Firnas made a glider-like device made of wood, silk and feathers. Historical accounts vary, but it is said that he jumped from a high place, possibly a tower or cliff on Jabal al-Aruz, Yemen. Witnesses reported that he managed to glide for a considerable period of time, perhaps 10 minutes, before crash landing. Although his flight was not entirely successful and resulted in injuries, it was a significant event. Ibn Firnas is considered to be the first person to make a documented attempt at controlled flight with a heavier-than-air load. Analyzing his experience, he concluded that the lack of a tail on his glider was the primary reason for its unstable landing. This insight was crucial in understanding the role of the tail in controlling an aircraft. Although he did not fly again, his pioneering work and theoretical understanding of flight are believed to have influenced later inventors in their pursuit of flight. Lessons learned: although his flight was not entirely successful and resulted in injuries, it was a remarkable achievement. Ibn Firnas is considered to be the first person to make a documented attempt at controlled flight with a heavier-than-air load. After his experience, he analyzed the flaws in his design, and concluded that the lack of a tail was a significant factor in his unstable landing. This insight paved the way for understanding the importance of the tail to control flight. Although he never flew again, Ibn Firnas' work and theories are believed to have inspired later inventors and contributed to the development of modern aviation. His research into bird flight and his understanding of aerodynamics were ahead of their time. Lasting legacy: Abbas ibn Firnas died around 887 CE, leaving behind a legacy of innovation and intellectual curiosity. His contributions have been recognized in many ways. A crater on the moon is named after him. Baghdad International Airport is named after Ibn Firnas Airport. A bridge over the Guadalquivir River in Córdoba also bears his name. The story of Ibn Firnas is a testament to the human desire to explore and push the boundaries of what is considered possible. His courage to experiment and his dedication to understanding the principles of flight made him an important figure in the history of aviation and a shining example of the intellectual dynamics of the Islamic Golden Age. Well, friends, that's all the story about Ibn Firnas, the inspirational story of the aviation pioneer, that can be presented. I apologize if there are errors in the description or images presented, because they are intended only to sweeten the story so that it is easier to understand. Thank you for watching. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.